April 6th, 1800. The Treaty of Constantinople and the birth of the Septinsular Republic. On April 6, 1800, March 21, 1800, in the old-style calendar of the Ottoman Empire, the Treaty of Constantinople was signed between the Ottoman Empire and Russia. This pivotal agreement marked the establishment of the Septinsular Republic, the first self-governing Greek state since the Byzantine Empire's collapse. Comprising of Ionian islands of Corfu, Cephalonia, Zakynthos, Ithaca, Lefkada, Kythera, and Paxos, the Septinsular Republic had been under Ottoman rule since the 15th century. However, in the late 18th century, these islands experienced a surge in autonomy. The treaty solidified this autonomy, granting the islands self-governance under Ottoman protection. They were endowed with the constitution, flag, and government, preserving their Orthodox Christian religion and cultural heritage. The birth of the Septinsular Republic was a crucial moment in the Greek quest for independence. It illustrated a growing desire for self-governance and cultural preservation among Greeks even under Ottoman dominion. Though annexed by the French Emperor in 1807, the Septinsular Republic served as a blueprint for future Greek independence movements and significantly influenced the development of Greek national identity. 1808. The American Fur Company. Founded on April 6, 1808 by John Jacob Astor, the American Fur Company played a pivotal role in shaping the economic landscape of the United States and capitulating Astor to become the nation's first millionaire. Astor, a German immigrant who arrived in the U.S. in 1784, recognized the lucrative potential for the fur trade and embarked on a successful career in the business. Swiftly rising to dominance, the American Fur Company became a key player in the fur trading industry, contributing significantly to the exploration and expansion of the American West. Astor's business acumen, the company's efficient organization, and its collaboration with Native American tappers were crucial factors in its remarkable success. Astor's venturesome spirit and willingness to take risks were evident in the American Fur Company, which emerged as one of his most prosperous endeavors. The company not only secured Astor's wealth, but also played a role in shaping the trajectory of the American West's development. 1814. The Bourbon Restoration. On April 6, 1814, Napoleon Bonaparte abdicated the throne of France and was exiled to the island of Elba. This marked the end of the French Empire and the beginning of the Bourbon Restoration. The Bourbons were the former ruling family of France, and they had been overthrown by the French Revolution in 1789. Napoleon's defeat at the Battle of Leipzig on October 1813 led to the coalition of European powers invading France. The coalition forces entered Paris on March 31, 1814, and Napoleon was forced to surrender. He signed his first abdication on April 4th, but this was rejected by the Allies. He then signed a second abdication on April 6th, which was accepted. The Bourbons were restored to power in France, and Louis XVIII was crowned king on May 8, 1814. The Bourbon Restoration lasted until the July Revolution of 1830, when Louis-Philippe was proclaimed king. 1841. John Tyler's inauguration. On April 6, 1841, John Tyler was inaugurated as the 10th President of the United States, succeeding William Henry Harrison, who had passed away 2 days earlier. Tyler, a Democrat elected as Harrison's vice president on the Whigs ticket, became the first vice president to assume the presidency due to the death of a sitting president. The inauguration took place at the Browns Indian Queen Hotel in Washington, D.C., featuring a simple ceremony where Chief Justice Roger B. Taney administered the oath of office. Tyler's presidency was characterized by conflicts as he vetoed several Whig-backed bills, leading to his expulsion from the Whig Party. Notably, he approved the annexation of Texas, ratified by the Senate in 1845, a decision that contributed to the outbreak of the Mexican-American War. Tyler left office in 1845, making him the only president to complete a full term without being elected to either the presidency or the vice presidency. 1862. The Battle of Shiloh. On April 6, 1862, the Battle of Shiloh began, one of the bloodiest battles in the American Civil War. The battle took place in Tennessee, where Union forces under General Ulysses S. Grant met Confederate troops led by General Albert Sidney Johnston. The Confederates launched a surprise attack on the Union forces, and they initially gained the upper hand. Johnston was killed in the fighting, and Confederate command fell to General P.G.T. Beauregard. The Union forces were able to rally, and they eventually drove the Confederates back. The battle ended on April 7th with a Union victory. The Battle of Shiloh was a major turning point in the Civil War. It showed that the Union forces were capable of defeating the Confederates in a major battle. It also led to the rise of Grant, who would eventually become the commander of all Union forces and lead the North to victory in the war. 1866. The Grand Army of the Republic, GAR. On April 6, 1866, the GAR was founded in Decatur, Illinois, as a fraternal organization for Union veterans of the American Civil War. It served as a powerful political force, advocating for veterans' benefits and supporting policies that promoted the interests of Union veterans and their families. The GAR reached its peak membership of 409,489 in 1890. It organized parades, camps, and reunions, and it provided social support and assistance to veterans and their families. The GAR also played a role in preserving the memory of the Civil War and promoting patriotism. The GAR's influence declined in the early 20th century as the number of Civil War veterans dwindled. The organization was officially disbanded in 1956. 1896. The first modern Olympic Games. On April 6, 1896, the first modern Olympic Games were opened in Athens, Greece. The Games were a revival of the ancient Olympic Games, which had been banned by Roman Emperor Theodosius I in 393 AD. The Games were organized by Pierre de Coubertin, a French educator and historian who has inspired by the ancient Olympic Games. Coubertin believed that the Games could help to promote peace and understanding between nations. The first modern Olympic Games featured 14 nations and 241 athletes. The Games included 9 sports and 43 events, including track and field, swimming, gymnastics, and wrestling. The opening ceremony was held at the Pantheonic Stadium, an ancient stadium that had been rebuilt for the Games. The ceremony was attended by King George I of Greece, as well as representatives from the participating nations. The Games were a major success, and they helped to revive the Olympic spirit. The Games were held again in 1900 in Paris, France, and they have been held every 4 years since then.